Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Rich here with another fast and fun video, and you join me in the Megane, my RS250 Cup, in Betsy Coed. And Betsy Coed doesn't largely need much introduction for petrol heads. It's situated right in the middle of Snowdonia in North Wales. Driving nirvana up here, really. One of the best places for performance cars. But this is my last hurrah, my goodbye to my Megane that I've owned for 4.5 years, believe it or not, an incredible amount of time. Bought it off a good friend of mine. Never really had my eye on a Megane, and yet it's been my first lieutenant, really, my go-to for many road trips, my daily car, my track car. It's done absolutely everything, but the time has now come to say goodbye, and this video is going to take a look at why I've decided to sell my Megane. I bought the Megane, like I said, about 4.5 years ago. I bought it really cheap. I bought it with needing a few things, including the cam belt, and there was a few things on the suspension, and it had I think it was 111,000 miles on the clock. It now sits at 162. By the time I'm back from North Wales and Anglesey, it will have clicked onto 163, and then it will be going onto the market. So, yeah, done 50-something thousand miles in my 4.5 years. Lots of mileage, lots of memories. I think that's the key for me. Yes, it's done the grind to work, although I'm not in the office 5 days a week, so it's not a daily as in that, but for mundane, routine jobs, it's up there. It's up there with my Range Rover as the go-to daily car. But I've done so much with the car, and core to it has been a multitude of brilliant road trips, track days that's from really the full breadth of the country, and then it finished off. The pinnacle really was the Nürburgring trip that I did at the start of this year in April-May time, and it's done it brilliantly well. It's been supremely reliable. It's been regularly serviced, it's been regularly maintained, but it's been standard, so completely unmodified apart from pads and brake fluid. And what a car for doing that, because for me, I wanted the car to be reliable and I wanted it to be fun on the road and on track, and it's ticked those three boxes brilliantly well. And one of the key reasons I'm selling it is because I've done everything that I wanted this car to do. I've done it. Is it still reliable? Brilliant, absolutely. I could jump in this car like I'm now up in Snowdonia. It just delivers it time and time again. So absolutely the go-to car. And people that have said, oh, Meganes can be a bit problematic, French build quality, I think this is a real proving point that if you keep cars, again, how many Meganes are unmodified? It must be down at 5 or 10%, and I don't include brake fluid and pads. Not even the discs, actually. The pads are the only track upgrade, and it just can bang in lap after lap after lap on track. Hugely entertaining, huge fun, and then just drive straight home. It was never going to be a forever car, the Megane. When I bought it, it was a deal I couldn't say no to, and I was never really drawn to it. I think the driving experience of the Megane was great. What I wasn't drawn to is the way they looked, or the way they still look. I've never really liked the Mark III Meganes. To be truthful, I've never really liked the Mark II or the Mark IVs either. So I don't think any of the Megane shapes have been particularly good looking cars. But again, that's an individual basis. I know some people like them, some people don't. It's just, I never really warmed to them. And it was never my intention to keep it and own it for as long as I have done. And that's testament to the Megane being so reliable and being so enjoyable to drive. And its ability to do track work with little modification as well. And unfortunately, in a garage that just needs to evolve and continue to evolve, because I want to experience other cars. I did say in an earlier video, I picked up a Mini John Cooper Works, and when cars come in, other cars need to go, and every car's got to earn its crust in the garage. And I did say there's going to be a mix-up. There is. There's a couple of cars leaving, a couple of cars going to join. So it's part of the journey. So is it hard to let go? Yes, a little bit. And that's why I wanted to do something quite special for my last drive in it. And this is why I've come on this sort of 2-day road trip up through Wales to Anglesey today, and then tomorrow we're at Track Mon, which is the Anglesey circuit. So it's a great way to sign off my time with the Megane, because then I'm going to get the car and literally get it sold as soon as I can, and ready to move on. It's still unclear what will happen in the garage completely, but there will be, certainly at least one of the cars joining the gang, and another car will be leaving as well. So, and it's always hard when you sell a car that has been such a loyal servant. He's been my first lieutenant, really, to me for so many years. So we're just dropping down through Llanberis Pass now, up in Snowdonia, because we're staying in Llanberis tonight before the track day on Anglesey tomorrow. I will, when I get chance, either this evening or tomorrow at Anglesey, give a very quick video about the route we've taken up through Wales, some of the best roads, some of the not so good roads. We've largely come up more of the east side of Wales from mid to north this time, and then we've cut across, but we've spent some time in Barla, and then we've just actually been for a drink in Betsy Cowie, which is a great sort of epicentre, I think, for the whole Snowdonia area. And the views here at Llanberis Pass are fabulous, but they aren't driving roads. They are stone-walled, twisty bits of tarmac, but very, very popular by tourists. And the views are spectacular, but as I say, this is more of a chill-out road rather than one to enjoy. But we have been on a couple of belters, which I say, they're the ones I want to pick out for you, just for, if you're in this area, places to definitely head towards. The funny one for me is, and a few people have asked me this that know me well, is will I regret selling the Megane? And yeah, I think so. And that's okay.
Is there any way we can close this road off for 10 minutes?
Will I regret selling the Megane? Almost certainly. And that's okay. You can't keep every car that you enjoy. There are many cars that I regret selling, but I haven't got a infinitely large garage. And to tell you the truth, even if I did, there's only so many cars you can eventually keep. That's one of the reasons I started YouTube. I wanted the photos, but I wanted video of my experiences and life with the cars, and whether that's the road trips, it's the highs, it's the lows, it's the ownership of these cars. And I'll always have these wherever this car goes, and I do want people to I want the new owner to carry on the journey. When you own a car, you're just that custodian for a phase of the whole car's life, and I can look back with fond memories and go, do you know what, this car's cost me very little to nothing in depreciation, Yes, it's cost a little bit to run, just because I've largely tracked the car and used it quite hard. Suspension components is probably the most money. The cup suspension loves knocking and banging, and it does eat suspension components, but that rewards on its cross-country pace for fast road and specifically track work. Brilliant car. So yes, I will regret it, but it doesn't change my mind. It still needs to go. And again, this car it's done better because it's got the yellow dot car rows, it's got the RS monitor. It was the right spec as well. And most importantly, it's cup. So that cup chassis means it's got the front limited slip differential, and it is one of the best ever front-wheel drive cars, period, for me, that I've ever reviewed. And I think when you put bang for buck in there, fabulous cars. So you join us now, day 2. We're at so good on the circuit. The guys just coming back in and out. I was just going out in the M3 now. Brilliant day. But we did have a slight hiccup at lunch or late morning. Went to take the car, the Megane, out, and there was this awful noise. It felt like the car had broken off. As soon as you turn slightly left or slightly right, grating noise, horrible. Bit of investigation, and we found this. The alloy wheel has cracked, and it's easier to see if we look from here. Don't know how easy you can see that on the camera. There's a couple of places, actually. It's multiple places it's cracked. Absolutely gutted. So the last track day, in fact, I didn't even quite get half a track day in. It's just one of them things. It's only an alloy wheel. It's only one of the Steve's alloys, which aren't particularly great anyway. They're not particularly well liked. And it does mean now I've got the long journey back on and obviously it was the front wheel. We've just swapped it, put the space saver now. We've got a 3.5 hour journey, but it's going to take me probably 4.5 hours to get back at 50 miles an hour, and I'll source a replacement Steve alloy, and a little bit of a sad finish to what has been a fabulous 4.5 years, but that's it. So the Megane's going, the garage will continue to evolve, and I've loved every single minute I have of owning this car. There, hope it gives you a bit of insight into my time with the car, and please stay tuned, because more cars will be joining the garage this winter. There's another car leaving the garage this winter. I hope you've enjoyed. As always, if you have, please thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned. More videos coming up soon.